Sorry I'm being so negative. I'm a bummer. I don't know. I shouldn't be. I'm a very, lucky guy. I got a lot going for me. I'm healthy. I'm relatively young. I'm white, which thank God for that shit, boy. That is a huge leg up. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, I love being white. I really do. Seriously, if you're not white, you're missing out because this shit is thoroughly good. But let me be clear, by the way. I'm not saying that white people are better. I'm saying that being white is clearly better. Who could even argue? If it was an option, I would re-up every year. Oh, yeah, I'll take white again. Absolutely. I've been enjoying that. I'm going to stick with white. Thank you. Here's how great it is to be white. I could get in a time machine and go to any time, and it would be fucking awesome when I get there. That is exclusively a white privilege. Black people can't fuck with time machines. A black guy in a time machine is like, hey, anything before 1980? No, thank you. I don't want to go. But I can go to any time. The year 2? I don't even know what's happening then. But I know when I get there, welcome, we have a table right here for you, sir. Thank you. Oh, it's lovely here in the year 2. I can go to any time. In the past, I don't want to go to the future and find out what happens to white people because we're going to pay hard for this shit. You got to know that. We're not going to just fall from number 1 to 2. They're going to hold us down and fuck us in the ass forever. And we totally deserve it. But for now,
Shalom. Call hello, Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawah, Bahashem, Hawakakodash. In the ancient Hebrew, that is all praises to Yahawah. In the name of his son, Yahawah, and in the Rakakodash, it's the Holy Spirit. Shalom to the brothers out there that's pushing the truth, all the Akim, that's pushing the truth, laboring in the word, that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Yahawah that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. Shalom to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatah. So this lesson is going to be about how the tables are turning, man. How the tables are turning. The lesson of this, the name of this lesson is the world will soon be under new management. Right? If I don't name it that, I'm probably going to name it the kingdom is being translated, because it really is, man. It truly is. You know, you look around and you look at the atmosphere. You know, because what you have right now is a bunch of Edomites who you claim as so-called white people. You know, these Edomites are undergoing something that's never happened to them before. You know, they're being forced to face the sins of their past. They're forced to face, you know, who they truly is. Because I remember there's a movie called The Never-Ending Story, and I shared that movie a couple lessons back. And you know, there's a scene in the movie where the character has to face himself in the mirror, right? And before that happens, there was a scientist that was explaining the mirror. You know, it's not something that's easy. It's not a task or a trial that's easy to get through. You know, because the character has to face himself. He has to face his demons, or he has to face his shortcomings, or what have you, right? He said most men run away screaming, and that's what happens. That's what happens every single time in the real world, where an Edomite, or Esau, Edom as a whole, have to face that fact, have to face the history. So in other words, they have to face the mirror, and they run away every single time. Every single time. And what that's known as, there's a term for it. They call it white fragility. They call it white fragility, meaning they're fragile inside. They're fragile because they can't deal with the reality of what they do throughout the entire world. They can't deal with that. Right? They can't deal with consequences. You know, they talk about karma every time, but when you actually bring up karma in the scriptures, they run away fast. You know what I'm saying? Most men run away screaming. And that's just how this is, man. When you're dealing with so-called white people, when you're dealing with these Edomites. You see? Now, when we tell them what they truly are according to the scriptures, they run away screaming because they have to face the fact that no one on this planet is white. There's different colors, there's different shades of brown, and there's different shades of red. And these people, as the Bible describes them, are hairy and red. That's what the Bible describes them as. You see what I'm saying? Just like there's no such thing as black people. There's only different shades of brown. There's only different shades of brown. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the scriptures. I'm gonna start off with the Apocrypha. Let's go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. Verse 7. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 7. It says, "Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall the end of the first? When shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." Now, for those who don't understand who Jacob and Esau are, Jacob is the progenitor of the Israelites. He's the father of the Israelites, because he himself, his name was changed from Jacob to Israel. And his 12 sons became the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the house of Israel. Right? And today they would consist of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. And those that descend from those lines according to their father's lineage. Then you have Esau. Esau's name was turned to Edom, which means red. Right? And what happened to him? He had sons as well. And the first of his sons, the leading tribe of his sons were the Amalekites. Right? But together they are of the nation of Edom. So they are the Edomites, we are the Israelites. Right? And you see the duality throughout the scriptures. And so when you bring the truth to an Edomite, it hurts them to the core because they can't deal with the truth. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear someone like this comedian bring it out, everyone laughs and everyone claps and stuff like that. You know why? Because they know it's true. Because they know it's true. When you're listening to a comedian, always listen carefully, because they bring out truth and mask it with a joke. That's how it happens. Right? So let's get into another scripture. Let's see. This is the book of Sirach. The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 8. Sirach chapter 10, verse 8, it says, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's one of those things that triggers, like they love to say triggered. Oh, triggered, I'm triggered, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? This is what triggers so-called white people. When you bring up that past, when you bring up what they've done. You're saying because of unrighteous dealings. What are these unrighteous dealings? When they make laws that benefit themselves but are not righteous. They don't uplift, they don't benefit anyone else except themselves, and they through extortion take things by robbery, basically, right? So you have, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries. You see, so-called white man is known for being violent throughout the earth. You know, when you pull back the facade of being righteous, of them being wholesome and innocent and what have you. Oh, I'm white. Yeah, when you peel all those layers back, you see what they truly do around the world. You see what they do to each other. You see what they do to people they deem that are less than them. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is just open up the FBI files, and you can see who's killing the most. You know what I'm saying? They love to pin it on so-called Negroes, but that's not true. If you open up their own files, it proves it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that pollute the air, pollute the earth. You know what I'm saying? Pollute the water. Right now, you got all this waste inside the water. It's never been like that until these Edomites came into power. You know what I'm saying? Messing up the ozone layer. It's never been that way. It's never been that way. Every single night you was able to go outside and see the stars. Every single night before they came into power. You know what I'm saying? Forests. They're the ones that take down all these trees and plants and stuff like that. And then they got the nerve to say to declare an Earth Day. You know what I'm saying? That's the hypocrisy of these people. But this is Esau Edom. That's how he works. That's how he works. You have these animals that are beaching themselves. These are, like, you got whales and so forth. They're beaching themselves because they're being tormented. They would rather kill themselves. You see what I'm saying? The earth is mourning. As it is written in the book of Isaiah, 24th chapter. The earth is mourning. And it's languishing. You know, look at all these animals. They're being extinct. None of these animals became extinct before the so-called white man came into power, came into controlling this planet. You see, the world needs to be under a new rulership. It has to happen. It has to happen. These so-called white people, they have been in rulership for far too long. They have destroyed this planet to utter waste and desolation, man. Now you can't even see no bees no more. There's no more bees around. No more honeybees. You know what I'm saying? Where can you find them? Look around. The whole earth is in trouble because of this damn devil. Alright, so let me show y'all a video real quick. Right, so this is a trailer for an upcoming series that's gonna be showcasing. And it's based upon the Israelites taking over and ruling the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? And this is in fact one of their greatest fears. This is in fact one of their greatest fears. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this video.
step out. Take that shit off your head, monkey.
Show that black monkey who the fuck you are.
Fucking Mother Earth, make sure I get my nut. And if she bleeds gold, they should crown me King Tut. Nat King Cole, King Solomon, these nuts. Fresh and fucking oil, you get rich when I bust. Fucking Mother Earth, I'm starting to get dizzy. I made that bitch squirt and created the Mississippi River. My nigga took a trip to nigga.
What you looking at, Cracker?
Nigga, what type
What's your
of
name?
language you speak?
Cracker.
Told me about the teachers,
Michael.
the niggas, and Negroes.
Wait,
Told me about a place where all niggas.
Where I come from, this isn't the way it's supposed to be.
You are Cracker.
Welcome back. Be cool.
I'm going to.
Right. And so this series is known as Cracker. Okay. So much that you can just dissect from this from this video. So we're seeing the turn of the tables, man. We're seeing the public perception going upside down, you know what I'm saying? Or shall I say right side up, you know what I mean? Because all their lives, all these Edomites have known was being in rulership. But it's time for that to go out the window. And this is scripture, man. This is prophecy that we're seeing play out right before our eyes. Right before our eyes. And there's other means of media that's showcasing this transition. Right? So I'm gonna get into the book of Isaiah. Let me get that. Because the Most High always balances things out, man. Every time. It's always a balance with the Most High. Because anything other than that is an abomination. You know what? Let me grab that first. Let me grab that before I get this. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 1. It says, a false balance is abomination to Yahawah, but a just weight is his delight. A just weight is his delight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did this to us. So what would happen if we was to do that to you? You know what I'm saying? But they never count the cost, or they never think ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like what would be their latter end? They never think that. They never think about that. There were few that have, such as Thomas Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? He said, I fear for my country when I reflect that God is just and that his justice cannot sleep forever. He knew that he and his people were going to have to pay for this. He knew that his descendants was going to have to have to pay the price. You know what I'm saying? They all knew who we were. They all knew we were the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Adolf Hitler knew that too. And you can find that out in his own writings. You can find that in the book World War II, The Nazis by a so-called Jew, Edwin Hertzstein. You can find that out. You know what I'm saying? So let's get Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. It says, for Yahawah will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahawah for servants and handmaids. For servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. and they shall rule over their oppressors. That's what's going to take place, man. That's what's about to happen. We're about to take over and oppress those that oppressed us. You see what I'm saying? Everything's going to be flipped. Like the comedian said, I wouldn't want to go into a time machine to head into the future. Oh no, they're not just going to fall from 1 to 2. No sir, y'all are going to be taken all the way down to the bottom of the barrel, in the bottom of the run. That's where y'all going to be. That's where y'all going to be. Y'all going to be totally oppressed, and you're never going to come back into rulership ever again. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the Most High set this play up. He set all this up to happen. You can find that out in the book of Romans, chapter 9. It's all there, man. And the sons of Israel look forward to that day. You see what I'm saying? The righteous, the saints, we look forward to that. We look forward to being able to set things right. Because when you devils are under our feet, when you devils are brought back out of rulership, that's when the earth will rejoice again. You know, while I'm already there, let me grab that. I was just about to leave that. Let me grab that right there. This is Isaiah 14. Slocky. So Isaiah chapter 14, verse 7. I'm going to start at verse 6. Isaiah 14 and 6, it says, He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. That's what's going to happen, man, because y'all have been oppressing the Israelites for far too long. And y'all have been dealing treacherously with all these other nations that were once at peace with you. That's all you keep doing, because you do nothing more than go around stealing resources, stealing oil, stealing gold, stealing resources so you can turn them into drugs. You see what I'm saying? That's just how you have been throughout the entire world. But you about to be persecuted, and you about to be taken in chains, man. Verse 7. Isaiah 14 and 7 says, The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. And that's exactly what's going to happen. When y'all are brought that when y'all Edomites are brought back into chains, you know what I'm saying? And brought into servitude and out of rulership, the whole earth is going to be happy. The whole earth is going to praise the Most High. The whole earth is going to be rejoicing, man. And I'm not just talking about the people. I'm not just talking about the people of these other nations. No. The very trees, the grass. You see what I'm saying? The rocks, everything's going to be rejoicing, man. The water's going to be clean again. Let's continue. Verse 8. Isaiah 14 and 8, it says, Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us. And y'all Edomites is finna get laid down. Like the man said, y'all ain't gonna fall from 1 to 2. Y'all gonna fall all the way down. Y'all gonna get tore up. Y'all gonna get tore up. That's just how it's gonna be. Let's get this. The book of Revelations. Book of Revelations, because you bring this out to a so-called Christian, they'll run. Oh, they'll run fast, man. They'll run faster than they've ever ran before in their life. This is Revelations chapter 13, verse 9. It says, If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. What's that captivity? Slavery. He that leadeth into slavery shall go into slavery. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. and we're currently being patient. We're being patient, and we have faith that the Most High is going to set everything right. He's going to set everything right. We have patience, and we wait for this. You see, while 2/3 of my people is sitting, running around talking about some reparations, you know what I'm saying? Talking about getting a fair share in this screwed up system. I'm gonna try not to cuss, but this screwed up system. You know what I'm saying? That does not have their best interest at heart. Never has. Never had. But they're going around talking about reparations. They're going around talking about pay us. They're going around talking about let's get equal opportunities. Let's have better representation. You know what I'm saying? Let's have businesses here in this place that's about to be destroyed. No, man. No. No, the scriptures say set your eyes towards the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Roughly paraphrasing, Salaki, but this is Luke. This is Luke chapter 14, verse 14. And thou shalt be blessed, for they cannot recompense thee. They cannot recompense thee. They can't pay you back for all that for all that work, for all that toiling, for all that slaving away that you've done, that they made you do. They're not going to pay you back for that. They're not going to pay you back. They're not going to give you reparations. They're not going to reprimand you. They're not going to give you recompense. No. It says, and thou shalt be blessed, for they cannot recompense thee. For they cannot recompense thee. And that's the thing. They can't recompense you. They can't even pay you. They can't even pay you. They pulling up money for COVID left and right, but they devaluing the dollar every single day, man. Every single day. They can't pay you. They can't pay you. Their debt is what? Their debt is what? 50-something trillion? Man, they can't pay you nothing, man. They laid up thick clay. They laid up thick clay, as it is written. I believe that's in the book of Habakkuk. You know what I'm saying? For thou shalt be recompensed at the resurrection of the just. When Yahawah comes back, that's when we get our recompense. When the Most High sends his son back to slay these sons of bitches, man, when we get into our rulership, that's when we will get full reparations. And it ain't going to be 2/3 of us that's going to get reprimanded. No, it's going to be the 1/3 of us that continue to do his will and remain faithful and patient. You see what I'm saying? The rest will have to get it on the next time around when they come back. So let's get this. This is let me get Psalms. Book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 20. Psalms chapter 50, verse 20, it says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. And that's exactly what they do. On the regular. You go inside the courthouse any day and you see that for yourself. You see that for yourself. You see, while these 2/3 is out here protesting, marching with this so-called Black Lives Matter, they're slandering them, saying that they're the ones doing this, they're the ones doing that, when they completely ignore all these Edomites in the crowd that's starting this stuff, that's provoking them, and all these agent provocateurs, and so on and so forth. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. They in their lot, and they're going to drink of that cup. They're going to drink of that cup because they refuse to separate. So that's them, man. So let them get that. This is verse 21. Psalms 50 and 21, it says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. Yeah, these Edomites think that what? The Most High is white. They think that Yahawah who you ignorantly call Christ is white. They think the angels are white, the prophets are white, and all this stuff. Y'all thought it's that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes, and set them in order before thine eyes. You see, how's he setting us in order before your eyes? For all you Edomites out there. You know what I'm saying? How's he setting the children of Israel in order before their eyes? Things like this. Movies like this. You see what I'm saying? And there's so many things in the media that's happening. Like even though we understand we ain't no damn Hamites, but you look at the movie The Black Panther and all these things, right? How Edom was just losing it. Was just losing it by the announcement of that movie. And any of you brethren out there that know what I'm talking about, yeah, you remember the backlash and everything like that, you know. So let me give you a quick example of what I mean. All right, so for any of you brethren out there that's familiar with video games, you probably heard of Mortal Kombat. You would have to know about Mortal Kombat, and one of the ending scenes from one of the characters named Jax in the 11th installment of this gaming series caused so much of a controversy that the reaction was uncanny. You know, I'll just put it that way. So let's go with this. See what this is.
All I wanted was to fix my life. Now I have the power to fix history. Raiden warns me, I can't fix everything. Change too much and I could lose Vera, lose Jackie. But this power is bigger than us. If I think only about helping myself, what kind of officer am I? What kind of man? I've been lucky. My family and I have lived the American dream. But most people who look like me haven't had that chance. I owe it to them to put things right. And I'm not waiting centuries for people to get woke when I've got the power to speed things up. I don't get it right the first time, or the second, or even the third. But eventually, I knock it out of the damn park. My family's back. The world's a better place for everyone. Turns out, you can have everything. Anyone who says you can't needs to dream bigger.
All right. And so that's the scene that got all these Edomites in an uproar. And remember the term that I spoke about earlier. It's known as white fragility. White fragility, where they're forced to see the past of what they did. You know. But here we have just a fictional character. Just a fictional character. Rewinding the time and making it so as if it never happened. The scriptures speak about things like that. The scriptures say that when this thing passes us and we come back in our rulership, it's all going to be as if it had never been. It's all going to be as if it was just one bad dream, just one big nightmare. You know what I'm saying? That we finally woke up out of. That's what it's going to be like. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to be like. And, you know, the elect get the taste of that first. The elect get to taste that first. You see? When we get into our rulership, and Lord willing, I'll be one of those that make it there, a part of the 1/3. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, Yahawah, you know, I'll be one of them men. I'll be one of them men. That's the patience. That's the faith of the saints. We sit here patiently waiting, full of faith, and in the hope that our King will come back and save us from this nightmare. Because if anyone wants to be honest, ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed for the so-called for the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. Ain't nothing changed. If you're willing to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this. This is Obadiah. Let's grab Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." You see, shame is covering them. This white fragility is covering them. Them having to see their past is covering them. You see, they can turn the other cheek. They can turn the other way. They can look the other way when these cops is killing us. They look the other way every single time. Ain't nothing different. Ain't nothing different. It's only now that people are actually speaking. It's only now, you know what I'm saying? But that's the Most High doing this. That's the Most High that's doing this, man. He's stirring it all up. He's stirring it all up. And we're supposed to be measuring the time and the seasons, man. Measuring the times diligently in itself, using the scriptures to see these prophecies play out. You know what I mean? And, you know, Edom is pissed right now. Edom is pissed because before it was all lives. Before they was combating this whole Black Lives Matter with all lives matter, but now they don't even speak that no more. They don't even talk that no more. They just straight out telling you what they really feel. That your life don't mean shit. This is what they finally saying. They finally speaking it and letting it be known what they truly feel. That your so-called black life don't matter to them at all. They're letting it be known, and I thank the Most High that he's putting that spirit out, because the Most High has to reveal this devil, as it is written. Let me get that. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first." You see, and that falling away was what happened to the Israelites. We fell away during slavery. We fell away during the conquest of the conquistadors and the Irish or what have you. We fell away during those captivities. We fell away when Christopher Columbus came over and took our people out from over here. You know what I'm saying? Sent them to serve out Spain. When he took our people from West Africa and from Portugal and them. You see what I'm saying? And whipped it all out of us, as it is written in Jeremiah 17:4. We discontinued from our heritage. That was the great falling away. Let's get this. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." And these Edomites are being revealed right now. They're being revealed for who they are. The whole world is seeing who the real enemy is, who the real problem is. They taking down these statues. They taking down these Confederate flags. You see what I'm saying? that Edomite at the beginning clip, what he say? He said, "I could go back into any time and it would be a great time for me, but I don't want to go see what's up in the future." You know what I'm saying? Because now it's being shown who they really are, what they really do, what they really about. And now they have to face that. They gotta see they gotta see who they truly are. And the whole world has to see it and point it out. And it's happening. Right? Let's get the book of Habakkuk. Chapter 2. Let's see. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahawah's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewings shall be on thy glory." Their glory of old days is being changed. It's being changed to shamefulness. You see all those glory stories from their parents, their great grandparents, and so forth. It's all being shown as it's all being shown as what it really is. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's all being seen for what it truly is. All right, so let's get Isaiah 34. Got a couple more precepts. Salaki. I got a couple more precepts lined up. This is Isaiah 34, verse 8. It says, "For it is the day of Yahawah's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion." You see what I'm saying? When this ending from Mortal Kombat came out, it was nothing but a big old controversy. But what's the controversy about? What's the controversy about? Did the black guy do something bad? Did he do something terrible? Did he do something evil? No, there's no controversy there. You didn't do anything evil. The controversy is that what they did is being shown. What they did is coming to light. That's what they're seeing. That's the controversy. That their sins are being revealed. The scriptures say, strip you and make you bare. You know what I'm saying? Make bare the leg. Make bare the leg of Babylon, man. Such sins is getting revealed in this hour, man. Let me see if I can't find that. I believe it's in Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. Isaiah 47, verse 3, it says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." You see, their shame, their nakedness is being seen. Their nakedness is being uncovered, man. Their shame is being shown throughout the entire world. And that's what they despise right now. That's what they hate. Let me show you something else. Now, this is none other than the symbol of America, or what America had the world to portray itself as. You know what I'm saying? They had the world believe that they were this character, this kind of person. Wholesome, righteous, valiant, honorable. You know what I'm saying? That is the symbol that America and Esau, Edom as a whole, had the world believe. You see what I'm saying? But with all these lies that are coming up to the surface, and the world is seeing, you know what I'm saying? The world is seeing it for who it is. a new rulership is being more accepted. Being more accepted. You know what I'm saying? So what happened in this Marvel film that had Captain America? He did something at the end over towards the left when he came into his old age. He left the mantle to his second in command, if you will. And it's a Jake. It's a Jake. But that caused all these Edomites to lose their minds, man. Because now a so-called black man is the new image of America. You see, is a new symbol of righteousness, of hope, right? Of justice. And that's what they hate. That's what they hate. You know, let me get that again. This is Isaiah 47 verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. You know what I'm saying? That's just how this is just how this gonna happen, man. It's just how this gonna happen. Let me get another precept. Let me go to Proverbs. Let's see. Proverbs 29. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Right? So the righteous is about to be in rulership once again. We're about to come back into our rightful place on this planet. And all wickedness is going to be taken down and destroyed. So let me get 2 Ezra chapter 6 again. It said, this is 2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 8. It said, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. See what I'm saying? Look at this old man. This was the symbol of America. You see what I'm saying? But what's the scripture say? All old things are passed away, right? All old things are passed away. So Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. This is what we finna see. When the Israelites come back into rulership, it's gonna be a new it's gonna be new rulership on the planet. New rulership. Right? The Most High is gonna give the Israelites immortality. He's gonna give us power, spiritual powers. You see what I'm saying? That's all throughout the scriptures, man. And we're gonna be given that power, the power to subjugate all of those that do wickedness, and all the other nations underneath our feet. We're going to have them in subjection. Right? From the Moabites, the so-called Chinese, to the Ammonites, so-called Japanese, to the Elamites, so-called East Indians, the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs. We're going to have every single one of them, especially Edom. Edom is going to be given the harshest treatment. The harshest treatment, the harshest punishment. Oh, they're going to be tore the hell up. They're going to be tore up every day, man. Every day. You see what I'm saying? We're going to have your women and children under our control. It's just going to happen, man. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. The whole scripture, the whole book is talking about putting you devils underneath us. The whole book is about that. If you open it up and read it. If you open it up and read it. from Psalms 137, verse 7 through 9. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah chapter 13, verse 16. It's all throughout the scriptures, man. Even in the New Testament. So ain't nowhere to run. Ain't nowhere to run with that. Let me show y'all another thing. Let me show y'all another superhero. I know you know this guy. This your favorite friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Another symbol of America's righteousness. Another symbol of America, the good old red, white, and blue type of costume. You know what I'm saying? Another symbol of wholesomeness, justice, and everything that's proper in society that they made the world to believe. But what do we have? We have even this idol of theirs being taken over by Jake. You see what I'm saying? For Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And this Jake goes in the name of in the form of Miles Morales. Miles Morales. See what we got? I am Spider-Man. You see? Born of an Israelite, born of a Judite father and a Ishkarite mother. You know what I'm saying? Rio Morales. Hey man, look at what's happening here, man. Look at what's happening. The scriptures say, I will reprove thee and set them in order before your eyes. Right now, the Israelites are being exalted again. The Israelites are being exalted again. The tables are being set. The Most High is setting the tables for our rulership. You know what I'm saying? For the transition. This is the transition that's taking place. All right? So let me get the book of Sirach. Get the book of Sirach, chapter 10 again. I'm going to read verse 4. Sirach chapter 10, verse 4 says, the power of the earth is in the hand of Yahawah, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. You see? Under the rulership of Edom, of so-called white people, under the rulership of these Edomites, it has not been profitable. The world has been under disarray. The world has been in disarray. But now, the Most High is setting up the children of Israel to reign over this planet. After World War III, everything comes right back in balance. All right? So I'm going to cut it there. I want to say, call halal, Yahawah Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hawakakwadash. Shalom to the brothers out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom and is soon to come. Shalom to the sisters out there that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the 12 tribes that's scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatah. Shalom.